3 best methods for investing as a millionaire. Lindsay 1/7 Pursuit of Passion. Growing up, society has always taught us the traditional advice that the key to being wealthy is to study hard, get a university degree, and get a good job. This is what everyone preached and what schools push for students. But following this path is not a guaranteed millionaire. But it is possible to get started investing and building wealth early in life. With the right strategies and tools, we can use our resources wisely to build long-term wealth. In this project, I'll discuss 3 of the best methods to invest your money wisely, starting from the basics to the more challenging methods. I chose this topic because I felt it could provide benefits for me in the future. This project will show how anybody, including you, can become millionaires. Saving. The simplest method to becoming a millionaire is to start saving early and be mindful of every dollar you spend. Saving early lets you take advantage of compounding. Say you're 20 years old. If you put away $6,000 to an individual retirement account yearly, which would be $500 a month, for 40 years, your total investment would be $240,000. But thanks to the power of compounding, your investment would grow to more than $1.37 million, assuming a 7% return, leaving you a millionaire by age 57, just by saving $500 a month. The second aspect of saving you should focus on is avoiding unnecessary spending and debt. Every dollar you spend is one less dollar you can invest. Just by cutting $25 a week from your spendings can make a world of difference, and here's how. If you invest an extra $25 a week for the same 40 years, you will end up with an additional $277,693. $25 may be a lot for others and little to some, but if it's possible, you should take up the opportunity. Saving example. Here's an example of how an average paycheck-to-paycheck worker can reach their goal of becoming a millionaire by age 68. Let's call the person Sarah. Sarah is 34 years old, no kids, makes $50,000 per year, saves $4,000 a year in Roth IRA, has a 401k plan with a 5% employer match. Her investments have a 7% return. Sarah has a 401k plan with a $5 employer match. This means however much money puts away into your 401k account, which is a savings account, her employer will wholly or partially match your contribution. Sarah takes advantage of employer match and puts away 5%, $2,500 of her salary each year. Her employer contributes $2,500 each year as the match. We'll assume Sarah's salary remains the same until retirement. Here's the breakdown of her savings over the 34 years. So here's the breakdown. This is the $4,000 she saves in her IRA, and here's the $2,500 her and her employer provide. That's a stupendous total of $1,235,132. From savings, Sarah was able to become a millionaire, and you can too. Number 2, stock market. Investing in stocks is one of the most important financial decisions you can make in your life. Investing in stocks means you're buying equity in a company. In other words, you're part owner, even if you only own a tiny fraction of the company. You can invest in stocks by purchasing whole or fractional shares in companies. Here are 5 tips for beginner investors. Number 1, check your emotions at the door. Number 2, pick companies, not stocks. Number 3, plan ahead for panicky times. Number 4, build up your stock positions with a minimum of risk. Number 5, avoid trading overactivity. Stock market example. Let's say you invested $5,000 with the company Apple Inc. 5 years ago. In this graph, you could see you invested $5,000 5 years ago. Today, the investment worth would be worth $19,455. And we're at the 20K mark. Now, for the purpose of this example, let's say you reinvested the $19,455 for another 5 years. Reinvestment is when an investor uses proceeds distributed of an investment to buy more shares or units of the same investment, basically repeating the process of investing, but each time with the last investment's money's worth. The graph shows the reinvestment worth after 5 years. So again, today the investment worth would be $75,000. $700. You continue this reinvestment process for another 5 years. So you reinvest the $75,700 for another 5 years, and today the investment worth would be $294,549, now at the 300K mark. One last time, you reinvest the money made for another 5 years. So again, You reinvest this for 5 years, and after 20 years of investing and reinvesting, the investment worth is now at $1,146,092. Congratulations, you're now a millionaire. Number 3 is leasing. Leasing property, whether it's cars, land, or devices, can majorly benefit you. Leasing is where one party agrees to rent property owned by another party. In this case, you'd want to be the party that is leasing the property out to another party, because this is how you're going to benefit. In most cases, the person you're leasing out the property to will pay you annually for it. When leasing out property to another, you generally want the person renting out your property to pay more than what you pay. Let's say monthly you pay $50 for the cell phone you're leasing out. You'll make the person leasing it pay $90 monthly. This way you will profit $40 every month. This is just an example. The pricing is of the owner's choice. Now let's look at another example. Sarah wants to begin leasing out homes to people. Let's say every month she pays $400 rent on the house, but she makes the person leasing the house pay $600 monthly. By doing this, the person leasing the house is basically paying for the rent for Sarah as well as profiting Sarah an extra $200. Just leasing may not make you a millionaire, but it can play a big factor in securing your long-term financial wealth. Conclusion. Becoming a millionaire is not just about having a lot of money, but rather about having the right strategies in place to build long-term wealth. Money is an important tool that can be used to achieve financial freedom and success. To become a millionaire, it is important to understand how money works and to use it to your advantage. It is also important to have the right methods when it comes to building wealth. And in this project, I discuss saving, stock market, and leasing as 3 of the many methods. And here are the sources I used. And that's it.